A big part of what I've been thrusting myself into as I continue my health journey has been building, or rather rebuilding, my relationship with my environment. I live in a winter city, which is a polite way of saying that you can count the number of cities in the world that are closer to the North Pole on one hand. The cold is unrelenting and the winters are long and inhospitable. The summers are short. As I craft this dialogue, we're teeing up the month of April 2022. The snow is finally making its wet and slushy way to the drainage infrastructure below our streets. Soon all that's left will be the inevitable allergens left by a hasty thaw, and the gravel that's been haphazardly thrown down on the once icy neighborhood sidewalks, transferring its status from an aid to pedestrians to an obstacle for joggers and cyclists. If you tune into this channel with some regularity, then you might already know that my girlfriend and I have been training to do a triathlon through this winter. We've done so entirely within the confines of our neighborhood recreation center through a global pandemic, when access to that facility has been touch and go, but we've made the best of it. Our event is the 4th of May, which gives us 5 weeks to integrate some outdoor activity before our primarily outdoor event takes place, which is an Olympic-length triathlon consisting of a 1.5 kilometer swim, 40 kilometer bike ride, and a 10 kilometer run, all of which will take place on my 40th birthday. To say that I've missed my time in our city's river valley is a gross understatement. Truthfully, I feel that I've been denied an important connection in my life, and the impending summer months are not something I intend to squander. There are trails to run and cycle, paths to hike, streams to swim and paddle down, games to play, and people and animals to share it with. To connect with nature is to connect with other life forces on a spiritual level, to check the pulse of the planet. Personally, I feel driven to push my body to its limits in the vastness of creation, to exchange air and sweat and pain with the ageless wonder that surrounds and feeds us all, to the brink of euphoria and wonder. I want to witness the heights to which the runner's high can go and look creation in the eye. I feel it's patiently waiting for me at the edge of what I can endure. Amid this belief, I also feel that feeding myself the nutrition required in order to perform at my best is also a crucial piece of the puzzle. I owe it to my vessel and to my environment to do so in the cleanest way, subsiding on plant-based sources exclusively, removing all acts of animosity from my mind and body. Today I was reminded that the type of experience that I desire will require an active look at my own distraction tactics. I need to dispense with the podcasts and headphones and the touchscreen gadgets and simply be where I am in my entirety. What might seem to some as a denial of the creature comforts of technology is not denial at all. In fact, to delve into these technological luxuries would be to deny myself the immersive experience of being there in my entirety. Through these cold months, I've missed running to the rhythm and pitch of the sunrise, feeling like it was happening for me rather than near me. And I know those searingly early mornings are my offering that I give freely. In these moments, I feel peace and optimism, like it's all going to be all right. Like the doom and gloom that people perpetuate in the digital world is uninformed and lacks nuance and insight. The feeling of hope amid an otherwise hopeless purview. The gym has been a good surrogate, a house of learning, a beacon of optimism through the winter. I do not begrudge it, as its floor-to-ceiling windows have shown me some fantastic sunrises. But its structure has filtered out more than just the cold. Its structure has filtered out the essence of nature itself and replaced it with a clear view reinforced by filtered and conditioned air and protection from the elements, not necessarily to a fault. These features are by protective and advantageous design, but they're certainly a denial of authenticity. Those windows have slowly become a metaphor for the vast number of limitations I put on myself. Ever since I've learned to speak, I've been talking myself out of being amazed. But the limitation I'm focusing on today is that I've allowed winter to force me indoors. I can rectify this now by seizing every opportunity to rejoin nature. But we all know that winter is coming again, and I will need to choose how to deal with that when it happens. So I either make the most of the prairie winter here in Alberta, or I make the most of it elsewhere. It takes a lot to admit that every winter I spend here is a winter I've chosen to spend here, and that every cold day I didn't make the most of was my choice. In recent years, I've felt like winter was happening to me more than it was happening around me. But the truth is that winter is happening with me, and I am reluctant to embrace it. It's dangerous, it's frustrating, and it's challenging to me in ways that I can't adequately explain. For the time being, I can get my fill of creation from the river valley, occasionally in the Rocky Mountains, and in the various parks within my reach, and work towards traveling further from the inhospitality of the prairie winter, even if only for a brief visit.